Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Big D's Custom Garage. I'm Big D. Today, we're going to continue working on Project Dark Sin. I do want to take a brief moment to apologize to you guys for yesterday's video and it being broke up into two videos and it being abruptly ended at the end of the second video. I was filming with my phone, which I always do, and I had it in the direct path of the sun, and my phone overheated, and I didn't realize that it did it. So I apologized for that. Today is a much cooler day. We have some overcast and a good breeze. So, with that being said, let's continue back with what we were doing yesterday, which is tearing down the outside of the motor to get it ready to be pulled out of the car. So here we go. I brought my harmonic balancer puller. Actually, wait, I take that back. That was a total brain fart right there, guys. This is my brother's harmonic balancer puller. Mine, at home, I forgot that the main center shaft on mine is completely stripped. So mine's junk. But I got lucky, and my brother happened to have one of his own. So, we're good to go there. Also found the 3/4 socket that I need to remove the pulley from the harmonic balancer. So, again, let's get started. Oh, and if you occasionally see this in the video, I decided to hang my microphone up high today so that it's out of the way. So, okay, now let's get this going. Try not to mess this up here because this holder that I use is a little finicky and it can sometimes hit the buttons on my phone. So I'm trying to very carefully ease it in where I need it to be. Dang it. Okay. We're in the holster. Now, let me rotate it here. Rotate down. Basically same shot as yesterday. Okay. Holder's rocking a little bit, but that's okay. So, it's not going to happen right away because my brother has to save up some money, but he is now pretty much officially part of my show, channel, whatever you want to call it. And his new Miata is now also going to be a project that we will be doing little bits at a time because it is his daily driver and he has to continue to be able to drive it. So, yeah. So we now have a second project for the channel. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah. Okay, let's get this pulley off here. Oh, shit. Bright socket. Can't get on the thing, I don't think, without an extension. I'm sure it's the right one. What the hell? How is that not a 3/4? I tried a 5/8 on it yesterday and it wasn't working. Well, there's a 5/8 right there. And now a 5/8 is the right bolt. I knew it yesterday. But for some reason, the 5/8 I had out yesterday was not fitting that bolt. I knew it was a damn 5/8. But, oh well. Get this off. And then once it's off, we're going to remove the radiator. Because we got to have it out of the way to get the harmonic balancer puller in here. Okay, there's our harmonic balancer bolt. A little surface rust on it, but not too bad. Of course, when the motor goes back together, that will be replaced with ARP. All the locks and fasteners on this car, as it goes back together, is all going to be ARP bolts. Bolts and studs. Studs inside the motor, but all the stuff on the outside, like the timing cover, valve covers, oil pan bolts, stuff like that, it's just going to be ARP engine kit. Sorry about that, guys. I bet that was really loud. Okay. Pulleys off. Okay. Oh, I forgot my screwdrivers. Sorry about that, guys. Let me get those for you. Phillips. And okay. All right. Now we're in shape. Okay. Yeah, today's turning out to be a much better day for this. So, I got to keep an eye on the videos though, because for some reason yesterday, when the videos cut out because the phone overheating, and that somehow they became 2 videos in my phone, which was really weird. But also, where was I going with this? Dang it. It'll come back to me. Sorry, guys. I haven't been awake that long, and my train of thought is still not at full 100% yet. I got up and took Karma out for her morning walk / rabbit chasing, and then came straight over here. So I really haven't had much of a chance to fully wake up, even though I ride a Harley. You would think you ride a Harley and You got wind in your face, but yet you're still not fully awake? How does that work? Well, that's a good question. If I knew the answer, I'd tell you. Well, guys, as you can see, just like yesterday with the water pump and crystallization, we have some pretty much antifreeze that's turned to dust. Now, like I said yesterday, none of these hoses are being reused. They've been on this car forever. They were on the car before it was tore down originally, before it was parked in 2003. These are the radiator hoses that were on it when it was taken off the street. So they're old. It's time for them to go. Okay. Need to unhook our overflow bottle. We have a very, very nice overflow bottle for NHRA and drag racing standards. So if the car ever overheats, it doesn't water down the track. It has a overflow bottle with a sight on the side of it that lets you know when it's full, and then it has a relief valve on the bottom of it that comes out the bottom of the car. So if it's hot or the overflow bottle's full, you take it, when you get back to the pit area, you just climb underneath the passenger front corner of the car, crack that valve, let the pressure and stuff out of it, close it back up, and you're good to go. Then once the car finishes cooling off, you top off your radiator, all's gravy. So, yeah. I was going to try showing it to you guys, but I have the phone on the tripod, and I want to move it as least as possible. So, yeah. You guys will see it, though. I did find out that my motor is a dual evacuation motor, which means it has 2 crankcase breathers, one on the passenger side valve cover, one on the driver's side valve cover, in a forced induction motor. I covered this yesterday, but I don't feel I covered it in enough detail. In a forced induction motor, you can't run a PVC valve or traditional just valve cover breathers, because the pressure that's going in the motor also increases the inside block pressure, and it's known to push oil out the crankcase and through the breathers. So we have to run a dual catch can setup. So there'll be one on the passenger side and one on the driver's side, for if the oil blow by happens, it has somewhere to go instead of going all over the track. So, and you're not losing it that way. Okay, a little less talking, more working. But anyway, okay, let me get this bottom radiator hose off of here. Easy peasy Japanesey. There she is. Okay, yes, we definitely, now that I got the bottom hose off and we can see the lowest bend, there is gelled up antifreeze and liquefied antifreeze still in there. So that definitely answered my question from yesterday. I did put coolant and water in it when we reassembled the motor. So that's that. I'm keeping the clamps though, because yeah, you can never have enough clamps. They're not just good for freaking automotive people. These clamps, you can use them for a lot of different shit. They are some handy motherfuckers. Okay. All right, we got a tranny coolant line up here to still break loose. Then we got to take off the radiator support up top. So let me get this overflow bottle unhooked here. Yeah, the damn rubber, I don't know if you can see it or not, the rubber has shrunk and swelled so much around the end of that nipple coming out of the radiator, I can't pull it off. I'm gonna have to cut a slit to remove it. So, gotta go get the box knife. I'm pretty sure my brother has a box knife in here somewhere. Yep, right there. Okay, box knife. Sorry if you guys hear me shuffling my feet in the background when I'm walking. I do kind of tend to do that sometimes. It's a bad habit. Okay, there we go. Pulled it right off. Now we'll take this, because, well, no, we won't. See, I'm trying to squeeze that rubber like that, and it's not compressing at all. That is fucking dry rotted, stiff as a board. So we'll be replacing that hose too. But yeah, we'll go ahead and take it off up here on the overflow tank, since we're going to be replacing it. Okay. Again, save your clamps, people. If they ain't broken, save them bitches. Because you can use these bitches on anything. Sorry, I hit the damn pole. There we go, got it steadied. Okay, this hose ain't coming off up at the other end either. So, another slot here. And I'll show you what I mean when I get this hose off by it swelling up to where you can't get it off. Okay, I got it. So, what I mean by it swelling up, here's where it attached here on the radiator. And this is just for my overflow tank. But you see this? See how it's all bulged right here? And then it's squeezed in real tight from the clamp. And then it's bulged here. Well, see how it's stiff? Well, since I cut the slit in it, it's not as stiff. But when I squeeze down here, you see I can't squeeze that together at all, because it's completely dry rotted. So when it swelled up like that, okay, it wouldn't pull over the lip on the end of this fitting. So that's why I had to cut a slot in it to remove it. Okay. I was just about ready to say everything's unhooked from the radiator, but I'm wrong. It will be. See? Now, we got two. Okay, fan is not attached yet. So that's good. Alright, guys. All we got to do now is take the radiator support loose and lift the radiator out. Gonna move these clamps out of the way here. And my screwdriver, my Phillips one anyway, and a box knife can go over here. Vape. Yes, I'm a vapor. Don't judge. I used to be a 2-pack a day cigarette smoker, but I finally stopped. Replaced it with vaping. Okay. Now these should be 7/16, but they are not. They are smaller. Damn. It's been a little too long since I've done this shit. Okay. Yep. Okay. So as I'm taking this off, this is the stock radiator support. But when my brother decided to switch to electric fan, which is great idea, the big standard hump that's right here wasn't working for us. So I sat out here with a box knife and just very slowly cut that whole big hump part off, and cosmetically it looks great. Does the job that it's supposed to do. I think I did a killer job with it. But again, today's another day of no power tools because my brother is exhausted. He had a rough night at work last night, so he went in and crashed out pretty much as soon as I got here. He's like, all right, man, see you later, and went to bed. So yeah, you won't be seeing any of him today, but he's normally off on the weekends, so most of the filming that I do with him will probably be on like a Friday. So I won't be filming tomorrow. I won't be filming another video after this one until probably Monday. So but that is subject to change. I could get a wild hair up my ass tomorrow and decide, you know what, I am in the mood to go work on the car and film. So, who knows? As of right now, though, I'm not planning on filming tomorrow. So, well, that was a little weird. Anyway, there's our modified radiator support. Okay, and here is our now ready to come out radiator. So everything's loose. Here we go. Up and out. Sorry guys, I'm finding a place to put the radiator. I'm trying to find a place to put it so it doesn't get damaged. Okay, radiator is out. Hey, look at that. We got a socket, another screwdriver. Obviously, I dropped some shit when I was putting it back together last time. It's all good. Here's our rubber grommets. I'm going to go take this one and put it back on top of the radiator. Okay, and then we can get the harmonic balancer puller set up. Okay. Huh. I'm surprised I ain't done it already, guys. I made it all the way to my 4th video without cutting myself or busting a knuckle, but that's done now. I got my first little cut, scratch, whatever the hell you want to call it. All right, let's get this harmonic balancer puller set up. I know a lot of you were saying you could have just pulled the motor with everything on it, put it on the damn stand, and then break it down that way. And you're right. But doing it this way makes the motor coming out so fucking hassless free. It's unbelievable. Okay, I believe it should be these. That might not. Nope. Those are for sure way too small. It's got to be these. It is. I just got to get them to start is all. I'm a little pain in the ass you at the moment. Guard up. I don't know what the hell. Okay. Okay. Now, if you notice, I painted this harmonic balancer red when I put the motor back together. But one of the tricks that I learned a long time ago, very, very long time ago, is your timing mark right here on your harmonic balancer. I always mark it. I fill in I paint inside the groove white. So when I got a timing light on it, it is so easy to see it. It makes life so much easier. Because trying to time a car without that mark highlighted like that, and they're normally just all black, they can be a bitch to fucking see. So, yeah. I will be replacing this harmonic balancer, by the way. Again, I'm just that type of mechanic. When you rebuild the motor, especially one with as much power as I'm building, you replace shit like this. The last thing I need is for a goddamn harmonic balancer to fly apart on me at the damn racetrack or going down the road. So, yeah. Okay. Now, after we get the harmonic balancer off, we're going to move to the top of the motor, and we're going to remove the carburetor, the air cleaner, and the distributor. And then after we're done doing that, if we still got time, we're going to try to get the headers removed. Because once top of the motor's apart and the headers are removed, the disassembly of the motor will be done, and then the rest of the work will be taking place under the car, unhooking the motor from the transmission. So if everything goes to plan, by next week sometime,